Hey Thrivers, you're listening to episode 26. Today, we are so excited to be launching season 2. We talk a little bit about our break, and Christine shares some super exciting news. You will not want to miss this. We also talk about some of our upcoming guests for season 2 and how we have been juggling it all with school starting, a toddler going to preschool for the first time, and just managing work and business, life, marriage, doing it all. So stay tuned. We cannot wait to share with you.
Welcome to The Thrive, a podcast for working moms. This is for all the women and moms listening. If you work from home, in an office, run your own business, or are the CEO of your family, this podcast is for you. Because at the end of the day, all moms are working moms. Rachel and Christine invite you to celebrate the victories, get advice, listen to their mom fails, and to know you aren't alone, to thrive in your everyday life.
Hey guys, this is Rachel
and Christine.
We are so excited to be back. This is season 2.
Welcome.
Yes, we put out 25 episodes between last spring and summer, and we took a much needed break, but we are back.
Yes, life is busy, and I feel like the timing was good because right as we took our break, I feel like things really amped up in our own families and work, and it was just a time to recoup, and it was good.
Yeah, and literally just recoup and recover. We were both dealing with just school starting. My daughter just started preschool. Christine went back to school as a teacher, which is obviously a lot. And physically, if you follow any of us on social media, if you follow me, I was not feeling great because I was going through my first trimester, which I am so thankful to be out of.
Out of those ones.
Yep. I am about 16 weeks now, so I am just thrilled to be feeling better and excited to find out the gender of baby number 3.
3.
Yeah. You want to talk about first trimesters?
Well, I'm in it.
If you didn't catch that, Christine is also expecting.
You know, we just like to do things together here on the Thrive podcast for working moms. So we're synced up. I am nearing the end of my first trimester, and it was a doozy, let's just say.
Yes.
So, a lot of nausea happening over here.
What's funny, though, is that when we planned this break, we had talked about it in advance. Like, I think 25 is a really great number. I think we're going to need some time off.
Yes.
And I came to Christine's house the one night, and I was like, you'll never believe it. Like, guess what? I have to tell you I'm pregnant.
And I just stared at her.
She stared at me, and I was like, this isn't exactly like the reaction I was going for. And she just stared at me and goes,
Rachel, I'm pregnant. Because I had just taken a test the day before. And Rachel, I think you said like 3 days or 4 days before.
Yeah, I had taken it like over the weekend or something.
So you had just found out. And I wasn't going to tell anyone. So I feel like that's why I was staring at her like, oh no, hold on. Let me go ask Robert if it's okay if I tell you. So it was perfect timing for both of us to share. But that was my no affect face because I just couldn't believe it.
Yes, and I was so excited. I was probably like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So that's what we've been dealing with to bring you up to speed. And we are so excited today to just talk about pregnancy, talk about just juggling things. Everything. When work is crazy, life is crazy, and physically you might not be feeling your best.
Right, even as my daughter pretends to sleep upstairs right now, and we just hope that she stays quiet.
So thank you guys so much for listening. We have some really exciting guests coming up in the next few weeks. Mm-hmm. So if you are listening to this episode, be sure to subscribe, add us to your favorites. You don't want to miss some of the awesome women that we have coming up in episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, we're definitely working on just improving our content, bringing you more episodes, people that maybe you haven't heard of before, or just doing professions you haven't heard of. I know I've learned a lot from some of our guests coming up. So it's just been a great learning and growing experience for both of us. And
when we're excited. When we say professions you haven't heard of before, if you follow us on Instagram, you have also seen that Callie Landis, who is the owner of Lancaster Placenta Co., is one of our upcoming guests. So if you don't know what she does, she encapsulates placenta.
Basically, which was so great for Rachel and I to learn about. We both were like, sign me up for that.
Yeah, it was good timing. But really, I mean, what little girl puts that on there like, this is what I want to be when I grow up? Paper. Like,
maybe. But that's why we're bringing it to you. So you can share with your daughters and maybe sons. Here's what you could become.
Or if you're pregnant, really. The reason we're sharing is because you might want to do it.
It was pretty interesting. So we're just really excited to bring you a lot of great content coming up.
Yep. So stay tuned. And before we get started today, we're going to talk about some of our new favorite things.
Yeah, because we have a lot of them.
We do. I actually shared a few on Instagram this past week. I feel like since we've taken a break, we've kind of checked out from the social media world in a few ways. Mm-hmm. But I've been trying to get on. I try to do videos. So yeah, if you want to see our favorite things, I try to do my little videos. You're so good with the videos.
I did a video, side note, on my business page, Bell and Berry Co. And favorite thing, this fall market I had been planning. So I did a video, and in the video I mentioned like I hadn't brushed my hair. It was a Saturday. I was wearing makeup, and my mother, who was coming over to visit that day, commented about it. And I didn't even know she watched it. And she was like, Christine, your hair.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I didn't brush it. I just want people to know real life. Like, I'm coming to you on a Saturday morning, and this is what it looks like.
And that's what it should be. I feel like Instagram should be more real. It shouldn't just be a highlight reel.
It is. Well, I should have taken a video time-lapsed of the 2 hours I folded laundry for this weekend.
That would be a great time lapse. Just see the pile like growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
Rachel, it was so bad. That is not my favorite. That is my least favorite thing, the laundry. Like, no joke, probably an hour and a half of folding clothes.
I can relate.
It's the worst it's ever been.
Yeah, laundry's terrible. But favorite thing, speaking of laundry
when the laundry's
clothing,
done.
Speaking of clothing. So my favorite thing this week is an article of clothing. My mother-in-law shops a ton at Kohl's. I don't go there that much, but she gave me a whole bunch of Kohl's cash because she's like, it's going to expire. You should use it. So anyway, I used the Kohl's cash. I actually had time to fit some things on because I went one morning when Reagan was at preschool.
Ooh, that's clutch.
Yeah, and Rowan is like great to shop with. She can get a little antsy, but like if she's in her stroller, she's usually good. Like,
she is a girly girl. You were just telling me that earlier.
Yeah, so she's a good shopper. And in the Lauren Conrad section, not maternity, they're regular Lauren Conrad jeans. They are pull-on jeggings.
These aren't even maternity?
Nope. They're the most comfortable things I've ever worn, and I did get them a size bigger so that I can keep wearing them.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought that was just a win. They're comfy, they're great, you can wear them all year round.
And you got your Kohl's cash.
Pairs. Yeah.
I love the ladies that shop at Kohl's with their Kohl's cash. I feel like they're diehards.
Well, that's my mother-in-law, and she'll have coupons. She'll be like, here's the Kohl's cash. Remember to give them this coupon, and if you go on Thursday, like she knows all the deals.
That's perfect. I need to be more savvy with my shopping.
Well, so yeah, I'm obsessed with these jeggings. They're just great. I've been wearing them almost every day, and they go with everything.
Rock it.
What is your favorite thing?
Well, a compilation of all the clothes. I'm going to say Old Navy, which I feel like in my life I ebb and flow between shopping at Old Navy very frequently and then maybe not.
Yeah.
I think they have really good staple pieces, things that go with everything, comfortable, even things that are not maternity that I can still wear right now. They flow. Yeah. And I got a dress from there, just like a really simple, I don't know, shift dress. Is that what it's called? I'm going to say that, but it's probably not even true.
Sounds right.
You know, this dress. And the day I wore it to work, I probably got like 6 compliments on it. And nobody ever says they like my outfit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, guys, it's just Old Navy. So it makes it really easy to put an outfit together. So Old Navy, favorite thing.
Yeah. And I'm all about like those staple pieces too.
Yes.
I mean, we don't talk a whole lot about fashion because I feel like we're both pretty like, we have little kids. We have to get dressed pretty quick, and it has to be stuff that like isn't too crazy, so it all goes together.
I don't really think I have fashion.
You have fashion. Everyone has fashion.
I don't know. It's rough sometimes.
My fashion is just like jeans or jeggings because like everything goes with them. Like I can wear a t-shirt like I have on today.
Yes.
Or I can wear these same jeggings with like a really nice shirt and put on different shoes.
That's the secret. You're doing it well, Rachel.
Well, that's the secret. Just a staple pair of pants
that are stretchy.
And stretchy. Yes.
Perfect.
What's funny is Kyle actually discovered he gets his jeans at American Eagle, and they have like a flex fit. and he just discovered how great stretchy jeans are. And so I
like, I've been living in this for years.
Yes! He's like just discovered it. So I showed him how great these are. And I felt like for the first time, like he understood like how great they are.
Right.
So yeah.
Come over to our side. Let's stretch.
Yeah. So if your husband needs new jeans, American Eagle Flex Fit.
Yes, you'll love it.
So today we're going to talk a little bit just about life.
Everything.
And yeah, just everything that's been going on. So I would love to know, Christine, what are you most nervous or excited about with baby number 2?
Okay, so oddly, I might be a little, okay, I don't know if you could say excited. I'm looking forward to the actual birth because with Nora, I realized I had a really good labor and delivery. And the whole pregnancy was rough goings for me, but the labor, I feel like I owned it. It was great. It was such a sweet time for Robert and I. So I do look forward to that. I look forward to Nora getting to come and meet the new baby, like that moment that you had with Reagan and Rowan. So all of that I'm really excited for, just the arrival of this baby and even going through labor. Like I can do it. So excited about that. Nervous. I don't know. I feel okay with the idea of having 2 kids, especially because Nora is really good and easygoing. Maybe my nervousness would be, is she going to get into a new stage at some point where she's going to get a lot more difficult? Like she's just starting to learn to walk, maybe. So she's more mobile, but she's still really content to just do her thing and play. So is she going to become like really difficult right when the baby comes? Probably.
But I think a lot of that too is her personality. She seems so like laid back and like very content. So I don't know if it would have changed too much. At least let's hope not.
Laid back and content, except yesterday on her paper that came home from daycare, they comment like, how does the day go? Stubborn when trying to walk and had jello legs.
Aww.
That is what it said. I'm like, oh, Nora, you're like me sometimes.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to walk.
That's how I am after I work out.
Stubborn.
I don't want to walk anymore.
Jello leg. I mean, yeah, she's usually really easygoing and cheerful, but yeah, has her moments.
Yeah, and I think they do change. Like once the new baby comes, like, because she's taking on a new role.
Yes, exactly. I mean, and so I feel like your transition is going to be a little bit different, maybe easier adding a third because you've done the second.
I think it won't be as different for Reagan, my oldest, because she's done this before. But yeah, I think it's definitely be like a major adjustment for my youngest.
Reagan will be like, Rowan, this is just what you have to do. Come on, it's going to be fine.
And I think Rowan's going to be really jealous. So
she may.
We'll see.
So, Rachel, my question for you, with even all that you share on social media about your life and your family and through the podcast, what would be something that people might not know about you, if you can think of something?
This is a good one. I feel like something not a lot of people know about me is that I'm like a huge animal person. Like I talk about my dog a lot, but like growing up, like I always had pets. Like I raised bunnies. We would breed them and then I would raise them and take really good care of them and sell them. Like that's how I would make money for things. Like my sister had a cow for a while.
Oh, you guys really like animals.
Yeah, we had like a little farmette going on. My dad had turkeys. He had quail. He always has to have like a little side project. So I think he's the one that kind of started it. And then like we all just had pets. But yeah, my sister actually has a dairy farm now. And like we go out to it pretty often. Like I can be a girly girl, but I think a lot of people wouldn't realize that like I know how to like ride ATVs and snowmobiles and do like farm things.
Right.
Because growing up, that was just part of how we lived. And we would spend time at the cabin. We didn't always go on like huge vacations, but we would always do like outdoorsy stuff.
Did you have a big, was your house on a lot of land when you were growing up?
We had about 3 acres. So it wasn't like we had a ton of land. But it was enough for us to have our pets.
That's nice. Well, yeah. Hopefully you weren't like in an apartment with bunnies and
we
turkeys.
had like a small like pasture area out back for the cow, and that was only like a couple years. That was actually my sister's like FFA project.
Did you do that? Like, did you show these bunnies, or I don't even know. Do people show bunnies?
You can. They actually, at like the local fairs, if you walk through like the animal areas, or if you go to like the Pennsylvania Farm Show, they do have like a bunny exhibit. I never did that. I love to watch though. They actually have like a bunny jumping thing where like, I don't know how you train your bunny to do this, but like they actually set a bar and like the bunnies jump it. It's like the limbo, but the opposite. You know, it keeps getting higher.
Is this a regret of yours in your lifetime that you did not get to show your bunnies?
I don't think so. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know how you get into that. Like maybe it's like a 4-H or FFA thing.
Probably.
But yeah, the bunnies for me didn't go much past like middle school because as I got busier, it was just a lot to keep up with.
Like, Mom, I'm in high school. I don't have time for the bunnies.
But my sister was really active in like the FFA and all of that stuff. So for her, that's when it got like more busy. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. Random fact is that like I can be country.
But a little rock and roll.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a client that I recently just designed like a new brochure for, and they're actually like a dairy supplier. They provide like parts and equipment and things like that for dairy farms. Mm-hmm. So it was funny because they sat down with me, like there's this designer, like she probably doesn't know anything about what we do. And I think I really surprised them because I was like, oh, like, I don't remember how our conversation went, but I was like, yeah, I know about that. Like, oh, so it's like a parlor style, like just like the way they milk the cows and like the stuff that they were talking about installing and things like that. I was like, I know what, like I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. Like, I get it.
Oh, they must have loved that. What a good surprise as a company to find someone who could do their marketing, but also understood their business.
Yeah, I think it was helpful. And yeah, it was just funny. Like, I didn't think they expected that at all, but I was like, I mean, I'm from Lancaster.
Right.
So yeah, that's my random thing that maybe people don't know about me. Maybe. I
don't even think I knew. Like, I knew you knew about cows because your sister's farm and stuff, but I didn't know about the bunnies.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it.
No wonder you have a dog and a bunny like
yeah, we do have a bunny still. But he's like an inside bunny. He's totally different. I was never allowed to have like inside bunnies growing up. Like we had a hutch and they stayed outside and like they were pets, but they were also like income. Like that's like I would raise them to sell them.
Come on, bunnies. You are my income.
Hey, I was like a kid.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, like we would time it so that if we bred them, they would have the babies like right around Easter. And then you'd have people come to like Green Dragon or Roots. Like that's where we would take them to sell them. And you'd have people that wanted to buy their kid like a little pet bunny. And they were willing to spend like $20 or $30 on a bunny at that time of year. Yeah. So if I would take like 10, 15 rabbits to sell, like little babies, I wouldn't sell like my ones that I loved. But like the babies. Times $20 or $30, like that's a lot of money for a little kid.
Oh yeah, I'm actually feeling like this might be a good idea for us to do at some point.
Start raising bunnies.
Make a lot of money.
I don't really know about the bunny market these days.
You have room in your yard. Let's do it.
So that's my random thing.
Thanks for sharing. You're very passionate about the animals.
Oh, you know.
I like that.
So I would love to know.
Yes.
Well, I would love to know something that people don't know about you because I feel like I just shared something so random.
I also raised animals No.
I was like, what animals?
I was like, parakeets? No, I did not raise animals. I'd have to think about that. What do people not know? Oh, I know. I shared this at a faculty meeting recently. I don't know why it came out. But when I was younger, I went to summer camp, and it was clown camp. And I did a summer of magic camp.
You did clown camp?
Yeah, my husband teases me about it. So it was at a Presbyterian camp that I would go to, but like a lot of summers. And my brother would go to it too. And they had normal camp where you would just do summer camp stuff. But then they had also different special weeks. And so my brother did like the ropes course one. He might have even done like a kayaking thing where they would go out and do that kind of stuff during the day.
Cool.
And I did clown camp. There's a picture in my parents' garage of our whole group. And we have like our faces painted and we would learn, magic. We would learn magic.
Well, that's kind of cool.
But I can't remember what we did in the clown camp. Maybe it was all one week. Maybe it was
around.
it was a lot of clowning around. Maybe it was like clown and magic together.
Listening.
Yes. And of course, because this happened every year, like when the week is over, I like cry hysterically leaving these friends of mine who I will never see again. It was very tough. And this was before cell phones. So it was like we'd have to be
I had
pen
a pen pal.
pals.
Yeah,
Yes.
from summer camp. I would be pen pals with people.
Man, that was really tough. That was, it was hard to leave them because, we bonded. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Over clown stuff.
Mm-hmm. The norm. Like, what color are you going to do your cheeks today?
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that.
There you go.
This is so great. The question that I actually had jotted down was, what's something that you would tell your younger self?
Okay, that people are going to tease you when you tell them that you went to clown camp. Actually, when I think of this question, I thought of a conversation that we had in our small group last night. We were talking about dreams that we had when we were younger and what would you want to be when you grow up, or did you ever want to be something famous? And I am a teacher. The only thing I ever thought of when I was younger was being a teacher. And I love that, and it's worked so well for me, and I think I have a lot of giftings in that area.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I do wish that as a younger kid, I had seen or thought about other professions, because there's so much that people can do. And as an adult now, I see that, and I meet people like you, Rachel, who do these different jobs that maybe are not as well known. And so something I would tell my younger self is just to explore more about what there is out there and what my giftings might have been, just for different possibilities or options. Because I feel like there's so much, even within education, there's so many different avenues to go. But I just knew teaching, and so that's what I became. Mm-hmm. But there could be so much more. So
yeah, that's a cool perspective.
Yeah, so I hope that I can do that for Nora, and just figure out a way, even through relationships I have with people who have different jobs, to teach her about that, just so she knows that. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to be a teacher because my mom's a teacher. Like, I want her to have a lot of options in front of her.
Oh, that's so good.
So that was a serious comment. Like a deep feelings.
We went from
my past.
clown camp to serious.
Yeah, speaking of serious, if you could have plastic surgery on anything, what would it be?
Oh, that's a serious decision.
This is like a Bravo TV show.
Man, plastic surgery on anything? Probably my boobs.
Okay, there it is.
It's gonna be real.
Wait till
I
after
feel like
the baby.
they're not the same.
No, they're not. No, it never is.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. This is the third one. So maybe after this is when I could do it.
I'll go with you. I mean, it's tough.
We could take videos like the housewives, you can be my friend that comes to like meet me in recovery.
We'll take turns. That's what happened on Teen Mom.
Yes. I forget.
What's her
Didn't
name?
two of them, like, she got plastic surgery, like, with a friend?
Yes. What is her name? The one that Javi dated.
Oh, Brianna.
Yep. Her friend went with her.
And they, like, staggered it so they could, like, take care of each other.
Her friend, like, Cheryl or...
Shirley.
I was like, she had an older name.
Oh my gosh, how am I so good at the names today?
You're on it. So yeah, they went together.
Not on it. Like, hashtag pregnancy brain.
Hashtag normal Christine brain. I told a parent this week that I had the memory of a goldfish when it comes to remembering past students' names. Yeah, bad news bears. But anyway, I support your decision. You got to do what makes you feel good.
That's how I feel.
I don't know.
Honestly, like, if finances are tight, obviously it's not a good decision to make.
Yeah.
But if it's something that, like, you feel passionately about because you think it could really increase your self-esteem, or just, when you want to feel good when you look in the mirror, like, and it's something that, like, is going to affect you your whole life.
And I think sometimes there's a big physical component of that if things are not the way they used to be, or straining on your body at some point. Like, I know a lot of women get back problems. And even I feel like if your chest isn't that big, it can still be a weight on your back, which is, like, day after day, not fun. I feel like I even get that.
I don't
since
have
being
that.
pregnant. Okay,
mine is like the opposite. I feel like mine kind of just deflated. They got really great during pregnancy, and then, like, each time it's like
even more and more. We're on a sad downward trajectory here.
Literally, I would just like to put them back up where they should be,
and to have them stay.
Yes. So that's my answer. I would love to know. We should do an Instagram poll or something. Like, if you could have plastic surgery on anything, what would it be? Because I feel like a lot of women, especially after kids, would say boobs.
Probably, yeah. Or maybe even stomach stuff.
Yeah, like tummy tuck.
Besides my whole body. Because I know that's going to be really hard. And depending on how big my boobs get, I feel like maybe a bra would just hold. They are bigger, and so it does hurt my back sometimes. But I feel like my stomach is just going to be a lost cause. So I don't know.
Maybe they could give me like a special deal if I did the tummy tuck and the boobs at the same time.
Oh, 2 for 1?
Yeah.
It's probably not how it works.
I'm just joking.
This isn't like
I don't think I'm going to go too
Fogo.
crazy. I don't think I'm going to do it at all. But if I did,
Yeah.
this is just the if I did question.
The if I did portion of our podcast.
I want to know what your answer to the last one would be.
Yes, I think what you said. 2 for 1.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, the next thing I wanted to talk about today was just being pregnant.
Yep.
And I think it's so crazy that we're doing this together, but I love it because we have like a Voxer chat. If you don't have the Voxer app, it's just great because you can just like talk into it. It's like a walkie-talkie.
There it is.
Jinx.
It's a walkie-talkie app. If you get it, put your phone on silent because your significant other probably is not going to want to hear the noise it makes whenever you get a message.
Yeah, the notification sound is terrible.
Yeah, and you might not want to listen to it after 9 if you and your spouse are sitting together, watching a movie.
They don't have
wanna
a rule about that.
Yeah, not in the bedroom, right? Keep
Yeah.
the boxer out. That's a good rule.
But we use it all the time. And I love it because I can just be like, oh, Christine, like, I feel so sick today. Like, I feel miserable.
I know.
Like, I know you get it. How are you feeling? Did you throw up?
Did you puke today? Well, and that's been the good or bad, I don't know, about this last few weeks or month with taking a hiatus from the podcast. But we both are kind of in the same spot with how we feel. So there's a lot of understanding and it's worked well. Like, we didn't like having to take so many weeks off or maybe just not seeing each other.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't see each other.
No, it's been a long time, like a month. That's tough. But I feel like we were so busy, and then on the days we weren't busy, we didn't feel good. So
yeah, and I mean, we talk to each other anyway, so it's not
Yes.
like we haven't been updated on each other's lives.
We've been staying in comunicado.
Is that how you say it in Spanish?
I just feel like I've heard that on TV.
Oh. Well, I wanted to ask, when is your actual due date?
It is May 10th.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so towards the end of the school year, in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good time.
Yeah, I feel like that's perfect for a teacher. You'll only miss like the last few weeks, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. I might think about trying to stop like a week or something earlier, just because I know with Nora, I was done working a month before the end of, a month before she was born is when school got out. And that whole last month, I was just in a lot of pain. Like, she was in a weird position, kicking my ribs, like it hurt all the time. And I just constantly kept thinking, I don't know how I would still be working. And so the thought of working up until my pregnancy or until I'm having this baby, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's great that you have the flexibility to just say, hey, this is when I'm going to be done.
Oh, I don't know if I do. Well, I think I could get like a doctor's note if I get to that point. But I'm optimistic. I'm going to just, do it as
and
best
maybe
I can.
being active and teaching will help.
Oh, I know, because I'm just moving all day long. So
Yeah.
I think it could be okay.
Well, I'm only
May 10th,
due a few weeks before you.
So April
21st.
perfect date.
And my birthday is the 25th. So I'm going to be turning 30 in the hospital with a new baby.
Well, Robert's birthday is May 3rd, so a week before this baby's due, and his birthday just keeps getting forgotten.
Oh.
No, maybe your baby will come right after your birthday. My baby will come before Robert's, and we can just sync
It'll
up.
all work out. Oh, that'd
It'll
be
work
so
out.
fun. It'd be really cool if we were in the hospital at the same time.
Maybe you can just wait for me. Would they let you? Like, you don't understand.
I'm just giving Christine a look of like sheer horror, like I'm not waiting if this baby is ready to come out.
Have the baby, but then just stay in the hospital and wait for me.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's quiet. They bring you food.
I like staying in
You're
the
like,
hospital.
guys, no. Christine's not here yet. I'm good.
Yeah.
Just close my door.
Oh my gosh, Bad Moms. My favorite part is when they're talking about like their dreams or something. Like, and Kristen Bell, her character Kiki. Isn't that her name?
I've only seen it once or something. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. She says like, oh, I just dream of like getting into a car accident. but not a serious car accident, just serious enough that I'd have to go to the hospital and stay overnight for a whole day. And the nurses would rub my feet and I'd get to eat soup. And like, I forget what she said.
I get it.
But as a mom,
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand.
It's a vacation.
Yes. And so that is one of the fun things about having a baby is just getting that special treatment in those first couple days because you need it.
Oh, absolutely. And I hear that a lot of moms will say, like, it was so nice just having that one baby, and it's a lot slower of a pace because you probably have a baby at home that's running around screaming.
Yes.
So it's nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
So do you and Kyle have name ideas? Because I know you don't know yet if it's a boy or a girl. And do you tell people these names? I know some people are particular.
I don't love to share my name ideas just because I feel like I don't really care to know people's opinions.
I hear you.
That's the one thing that like it just I don't know. I think it's kind of like a special thing to be a surprise. And I mean, if you want to name your kid right away and I mean, I shouldn't say name your kid right away. Like if we find out it's a boy, we've had a boy name picked out now for my first two that ended up being girls because we didn't know. So we already have a boy name. I have no clue what it would be if it was a girl.
Rachel.
No. We already have a Reagan and she goes by Ray Ray. So I don't think we could have a Rachel too.
That's true.
But yeah, I feel like that's something that like, although we like even know what our boy name would be, I don't think we'd share it with more than like immediate family until the baby's born, just because I feel like it's more special. And I feel like when you share things ahead of time, people like make opinions about it. Yeah. And I remember like we told a few people that we like the name Reagan, and most of them were like, oh, that's cute. But like there was one person that was like, oh, like you really like the unisex names or something like that. And it just like annoyed me. And I was like, well, I'm not telling people my names anymore.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I get that. And because you could maybe change your mind. And
yeah,
so when
that
people
too.
are like, oh, it's so-and-so's baby shower, like the name of their baby, I think that's just, it always throws me off. Like, oh, you're putting it out there already. But some people know.
Because some people do that and they will literally get personalized things.
Yeah.
I actually, since Rowan was due so close to Christmas, I had ordered like a personalized Christmas ornament. And we ended up changing her name. So the ornament that I ordered had a different name on it. And I had to like reorder because we did that. We changed at the last minute. She wasn't going to be Rowan. She was going to be Spencer.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
So wait, what did you do with the ornament?
Well, I actually, a friend of mine hand paints them.
Okay.
So I was able to like get a hold of her in time and she like painted over it, like frosted over it.
Good.
And redid it. Yeah. But I felt bad.
That is the gamble. What was I going to say? Like, yeah, if you don't know the name or...
Yeah. What about you? Because I know like you have shared with me, and I would tell you like what my boy name is.
Yeah. I mean, our boy name that we liked was from Nora because we didn't know with her either. And so I'm pretty sure we've landed on that. And sometimes we, give other ideas, but we like that. And then a girl, we don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I went through all my good girl names.
I don't know. That would be tough. And because I think when you have a baby already, with two, you would have to think, well, what goes with that? Or what kind of name is it? So I can't, like I couldn't have a girl and name her like Maple. I don't know. I'm going to tree because that's just a different kind of name. Like it doesn't really go with Eleanor. So I'm not sure, but we have time. I do think we're going to find out, I think, which we did not with Nora.
Oh, so you didn't find out her gender?
No, that was a surprise.
I thought you did for some reason.
No.
I think that I do know this. I'm sure I've asked you about it before.
That was wonderful, but I feel like we might be ready for a different kind of experience. So,
yeah. Oh, I knew it was a surprise because we talked about how you have like the whole thing on video.
Yes.
Which is very special. Not like an up close and personal video.
No, it's a very PG video that my mom took when Nora was born, and there was nurses and doctors all
like
on the way.
Side angle.
Yeah.
Probably so special because you can see like your reactions. And
things. I love it. So I'm really thankful I had that experience, but I think I could try something else. So
yeah, well, I definitely want to find out. I actually have my next appointment, and then at that appointment, they'll schedule my ultrasound for like a week or so.
That's
and
so
then
sweet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, coming up soon. So I will know, and I'm excited.
You got this.
Yeah. So is there anything that you would do totally differently this time?
Like in life?
Just with, I don't know, like now that you know more what to expect, is there anything that you're like, oh, that was a waste of money? Or like,
well, yeah, I'm just
this is something I would want to do that I didn't do.
Try not to eat as much.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my gosh. I gained so much weight with Nora, and I have to let go of the guilt I have about that and just move on in life. But I'm really trying harder to be better with that. And I said I was going to do more walking, like after work. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I walk a lot at work, so that counts.
You are on your feet a lot. I mean, I have days
all
where
day.
I, like when the girls get up from their naps, like I have to get them out and take a walk because I'm like, man,
right.
Like I sat on my butt for 3 hours because I've been working. But especially when I'm like working on a website or something that I'm just like, focused on my computer.
Of your job.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like, wow, I like haven't gotten up in 2 hours. I need to move around.
That's me on the weekends for sure, but on the weekdays, I don't know. That's hard for me to like get up and moving. What about you? I mean, you've done this before, so it's your third time. Would you do anything differently?
I think the biggest things I would do differently are just like items that I've purchased that like I did have a yard sale this summer and ended up getting rid of a bunch of things. But I don't think I got rid of anything like super important. The one thing that we only got for Rowan that we didn't get for Reagan was a sound machine. And that's made a huge difference. So that's something that like this baby will have from the get-go.
Oh, I want to get one of those. Maybe not even that you have to plug in to bring to the hospital. Because Robert eventually turned his phone on in the hospital to the sound machine, and that helped her. And I've seen people have like a little portable one, and I for sure want to bring that because I don't want to have our phone going the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I definitely want to do. I also, the one thing I sold that I shouldn't have sold, we had a DockATot for Rowan. If you don't know what that is, it's like a little co-sleeper, but like you can set it anywhere. You can use it as you're transitioning them into their crib. By setting it in their crib, and then it just keeps them nice and cozy. It's like 100% breathable, so you don't have to worry about them like turning over and suffocating. Like it's
I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's great. They're not cheap, which is why I'm like, oh, why did I get rid of it? But I just saw that they're having a sale, so I'm thinking about like maybe hinting to my mother-in-law.
Yep, just do it. Get it.
I love her, and she's usually like, "Oh, what can I get?"
Oh, that'd be so good. And you know, you liked it, so that's a good purchase.
It was great too because like it traveled well. It came in like a little carrying bag, so instead of having to like unclip a pack and play or like a bassinet, while you have like a really little one, because once they're rolling around, obviously they can't be in it. But,
right.
Yeah, while they're little, it's great. So that's like a mom product that I'd recommend.
You should definitely, like I said, especially because you had it before and you know you like it. So
yeah. So I don't know of anything I do really differently, but I do want to bring my oils.
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring my oils this time. What about you? After talking to Marianne?
I would bring my diffuser, and I actually want to talk to Jessie and have her tell me what oils I should be using now. I use Thieves and Purification a lot because I feel like I start to get like scratchy throat, so I'll just put that on. But yeah, sign me up for all the things.
Yeah. Hashtag crunchy moms.
Yes.
I am so much more crunchy now than when I had my first one.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
It's a good lifestyle.
I think so too. I love that. So I have one more question for you when it comes to like pregnancy and mom stuff. What is your like must have? We talked about some things you might do differently, but I wanted to ask, like, do you have like a must have thing, or what was like your most used item for Nora?
A really great husband.
Oh,
he is so great. He made the whole thing bearable and fun, and would massage my back and put up with a lot of my crappy moods. And like I said, with it being excited for the second baby, to go through that with Robert, it was just such a sweet time. He was really supportive because I felt it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, pregnancy. And I feel like he was just the place I could always come back to and be like, it's okay.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah. But besides that really sappy answer, something with Nora that I loved is the Merlin sleep suit.
Oh, yes. I remember seeing this.
We just actually let a friend borrow. It basically looks like a snowsuit. The hands are out, the feet are out, but it has arms and legs. And it zips up. And it's pretty thick, but I think still breathable. In the summer, we would put her in it in just a diaper sometimes. But it was supposed to make them feel cozy enough But they didn't need to be swaddled, so it was a good transition for her to be in her crib. And then it's supposed to help her sleep longer. And she is still a good sleeper, so I think she probably would have been a good sleeper without it. But we will definitely be using that again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I tried to use, you might find your second child hates that thing.
I'm ready for that.
I would have said after my first one, we used like those Halo sleep sacks. The ones that like, they're just a sack and then they have like the wings that like Velcro over.
Yeah, we didn't use it.
Well, Reagan loved it. She slept so good with it. And we tried it on our second and she was horrible. She hated it.
So it's good I had both.
We had to just legit swaddle her. Like I rarely swaddled Reagan, but I had to really swaddle Rowan and like make sure her arms couldn't get out. Yeah, because she couldn't nurse with her arms out.
Babies are ninjas.
Yeah,
they can get out of anything.
They really can. So every kid is different. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned.
Yeah. And that helps you get ready for the third because you know that maybe you have less expectations than first time moms because you know that it can be different, the same, and you kind of have your bag of tricks.
Yeah. I mean, this one could be really different. It could have a penis.
It might.
This one could be like a whole new ball.
You're going rogue here.
I just keep thinking like I had no brothers. I came from a house of all girls, and I only have girls. I don't know what I would do with a boy. I'd really have to talk to my sisters and be like, okay,
oh my goodness,
what do I need? What's the big differences?
I think you already mentioned the big difference there in the beginning. That is true. Just careful when you change them.
That's true. But I know that you can get sprayed. You get the little TP thing that like goes over. Like
you'll be great. You're so easygoing and up for challenges and learning. Like I feel like you're not stuck in one way. So
that's true.
Regardless, you'll be good.
Well, I feel like right now in this season of life, we've both been juggling a lot. And I feel like you've learned a thing or two about juggling since you've gone back to school.
Yeah.
I would love to know like what your biggest parenting or like mom success has been lately.
Well, definitely not keeping my house together and clean. I don't know. Honestly, it is a struggle a lot when I come home from work to really try to be engaged with Nora and play with her. I am so thankful for a great daycare because I know that she is loved and played with throughout the day and other kids are there and she reads and they do painting and she's in a really good place. So I try not to have a lot of guilt about that because when I come home, I am really tired. Like I know you on busy days and the girls are here and there. It's just like so much. So I don't know, my success, maybe going to bed early, like just knowing what I need for myself. And we talked about this, Rachel.
Yeah. Like being saying no.
Yes. Saying no, setting boundaries, knowing what I can and can't handle and feeling okay with that, feeling like it's a good choice and that I'm not letting people down by saying I can't do something just because I know myself and I don't want to go somewhere in an evening and be grumpy or then not feel good the next day. So trying to take care of myself, which is hard, but I feel like I'm doing it. And being pregnant helps because sometimes you don't have a choice. Like I'm literally falling asleep at 8:00.
Oh, I get that. I am usually such a night owl and I feel like
you are
normal, like regular Rachel is like, come on, girl. Can't hang anymore. What is going on?
Regular Rachel. That's summer you and me. Just loving life.
Yeah, like regular Rachel is like pregnant Rachel. I'm ashamed. You fell asleep at 8:15.
You just make me feel more normal. What do you think your biggest success is?
I don't know. The saying no thing is actually big for me. I had actually messaged you about this about a week ago, which is why this is something we talked about. I can be very much a yes person and I don't like to feel like I'm disappointing people. And it has been a big thing for me to be able to just recognize like when too much is too much. And a lot of that has to do with my husband. I think he's just good at like putting our marriage first and knowing when like there's too many things on our schedule and like, okay, look at what our schedule's like. We're not going to get to spend any time together this week. And that means that I'm going to be grumpy. You're going to be stressed out. Like, it's taken me, I don't know why. Sometimes we joke or we just, we feel like we do really good at something parenting wise or just marriage wise. And we go like, how did it take us like 4.5 years to figure this out? So I would say that's also been a good success thing for me is just being able to say no And also, like, in business, being able to say no to things. Like, I feel like I have a frog in my throat, actually.
Do you need a coffee?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm so good. My whole family was sick last week.
You're like, I am so good.
I feel so much better than I did.
Yeah.
This coughing is just lingering. But, yeah, I feel like as far as business goes, too, it's nice to get to a point where you're consistently busy. And I can say, like, if I get an inquiry or if somebody reaches out, it's nice to be able to say, like, you know, I don't think we're the best fit. 2 or 3 years ago, I probably would have been like, yeah, what do you need?
Right.
And it's nice to, like, once you have been doing things long enough, figure out, like, okay, this is what I'm good at. This is what I don't like to do.
Right.
And so projects like this, I will take on. And projects like that, I'm just going to say no. And I think the first time I, like, turned down potential business was, like, terrifying, but also, like, such a relief. Mm-hmm. It was so good to be like, you know what, like, I don't need to say yes just for the money. Like, I am in a good place and I can say no because it's just going to stress me out.
That's smart. I feel like with that comes confidence in who you are and what you're doing, whether it be in your family and maybe saying no to friends or opportunities, or in business because you know who you are and what you need. And that's a really good place to start to get to. So that's smart.
Yeah. So I feel like we're just, oh my gosh, look at us making all this progress. But
thank you for joining our therapy.
It's such a learning curve though. Like I feel like every new life situation, you can either like learn from it or muddle through it. And
yes. And we want to thank you, our listeners, for journeying with us as we figure out life and listening to our stories and joining us on Instagram and our episodes and on Facebook, just being a part of our community. It helps us know that we aren't alone, you aren't alone, and that's what we need.
Yeah, and I love some of the guests that we've interviewed, just hearing from them, like, oh my gosh, it was like therapy talking for an hour. Sometimes I feel like our guests don't realize like how great it is to share about like the successes they've had or the things that they've worked through. And that's such a reward, I think. That's one of the things I've really enjoyed, just hearing from people, and just, it's one of the things I think like fills me up from doing this. Like my mom was like, well, what's, like she supports what I do, but I think her comment once was like, well, what's like the point of the podcast? And I was like, well, like to feature, you know, working moms, business people, but also like just this community aspect of it. You know, not only are we supporting them by sharing about their businesses, but it's been so great to see how personally some of them are like, wow, like that really made me come out of my shell, or, you know, that's the first time I've shared that with people. So,
yeah, I agree with you. And I think that's something that we all need and are searching for. So,
yeah,
we're glad to be here for all of you.
For sure. Well, stay tuned. Like we said, we have some interesting professions that we're going to be talking about, learning more about. Pregnant mamas, the placenta encapsulation thing is so interesting. Like, you've got to stay tuned for Callie's episode. And we also talk to some interesting people
from around the country.
Yes. So I hope you have an awesome week. Stay tuned for our next few episodes. They'll be available real soon.
And thank you for listening with us, sharing our hearts. And mamas, in case no one told you yet today, you are doing amazing.
Thank you so much for listening today. You are a part of a growing community of moms, business owners, and women who are here to encourage and inspire. You can connect with Rachel at Rachel Klein Creative on Instagram or rachelkleincreative.com. To keep up with Christine and her latest events, follow her business journey on Instagram at Bellenberry Co. And if you want to be first to know about upcoming guests and giveaways, sign up for the Thrive Podcast email list today. Simply visit rachelkleincreative.com/The Thrive Podcast or follow at The Thrive Podcast on Instagram. If you've enjoyed listening this week, or you've already added our show to your favorites playlist, we'd love for you to write us a review on iTunes. Your support and positive feedback allows us to keep encouraging moms and business owners each week.